The author Rudyard Kipling described Washington's Puget Sound as water, landlocked among 1,000 islands. It is 1,400 miles of inland coastline, carved out by the massive glaciers that covered the area tens of thousands of years ago. It is an intricate network of waterways that shimmer like a diamond necklace. But Puget Sound's deep waters and sheltered harbors also make it a natural home for seaports, and its waters are plied by ships and freighters from around the world. The first commercial ships came to Puget Sound in the mid-1800s to carry logs and lumber to California. Ports began to spring up throughout the Sound, and waterfront communities followed. Port Gamble, Port Blakely, and Seattle were some of the earliest. So too was Tacoma, a community founded on Commencement Bay in the South Sound. Portland, Oregon was by far the busiest port in the region until the 1880s, when Tacoma challenged her claim. It was 1881 when the first cargo ship headed for international waters left Tacoma's docks. And by the end of the decade, Commencement Bay had ships lined 3 deep, awaiting hauls of lumber and grain, setting sail for Australia, England, and South America. When President Benjamin Harrison visited Tacoma in 1891, he declared that a harbor like this, so safe, so commodious and deep, should bear a commerce that is yet in its infancy. Tacoma truly seemed on its way to becoming a prosperous port city. But the Depression of 1893 hit the South Sound hard. To the north, Seattle fared better by taking economic advantage of the gold rush and began to pull ahead of Tacoma in the ongoing race for shipping supremacy. Seattle became known as the biggest city in Alaska, as it shipped out men and supplies bound for the gold rush. But like the economy, Tacoma recovered. And by the turn of the century, the city was home to new industry, including dozens of lumber mills, a smelter, and the Weyerhaeuser Company. The first decades of the new century were some of the port's busiest. Local photographers captured the ships and crews that docked there, and the Tacoma Chamber of Commerce promoted Commencement Bay as the American Mediterranean. With World War I came Tacoma's shipbuilding operations, further securing Tacoma and Puget Sound as important places in the nation's shipping industry. Today, Tacoma's Commencement Bay is considered one of the fastest growing shipping ports in the nation and one of the world's best natural harbors.